Standing tall in Boston's Back Bay is the city's newest hotel. The team at Raffles Boston says every detail has been meticulously thought out, from how guests enter the building to design details, creating an elegant yet cozy atmosphere.
People are catering to your needs. They want to spoil you.
Guests enter on ground level of the 35-story building and are immediately whisked to the sky lobby on the 17th floor, where they check in and relax in the writer's lounge.
The design aspects, the three-story sky lobby really differentiates us from the rest of the other hotels.
Raffles is new to Boston, new to North America, but by no means is it a new brand.
Raffles has been a birthplace of storytelling for over 135 years.
Founded in Singapore in 1887, Raffles brings luxury to the next level at 20 properties around the world. The word luxury extends to the price point. The 147 rooms range from $1,000 a night to upwards of $15,000. They include local touches throughout, making each room feel homey yet sophisticated.
We really want to be a local hotel first. If you look at the guest rooms, they're very warm, very residential, something that's very Bostonian.
But if the room rates leave you gawking, Raffles does have other things to offer.
All the restaurant spaces are open to the public. The Long Bar and Amar open right now.
The views are spectacular. Long Bar and Terrace are popular for a bite to eat and a cocktail, while at Amar, Michelin star chef and New England native George Mendez serves up a twist on Portuguese cuisine.
Traveled and cooked extensively in Paris and Spain, and then created my own culinary style, which is rooted in Portuguese cooking.
Amar's menu offers croquettes with salt cod, Maine lobster with fennel and Azorean pineapple, and the popular Portuguese dessert, Serradura, which is light and fruity in flavor.
Whether you go to Long Bar for cocktails, whether you go to Amar for a multi-course meal, I think it's never a dull moment here.
Everybody wanted to be painted by Sargent.
Powerful portraits from the perspective of artist John Singer Sargent.
I think he was sending messages that clothes do communicate who you are and what you project to the world.
The Museum of Fine Arts in Boston is giving visitors a look into the creative process of the acclaimed painter with a new exhibit fashioned by Sargent. Garments are displayed alongside the portrait they appear in. Curator Erica Hirschler.
I became very interested in what people are wearing in Sargent's portraits. I discovered that Sargent was in charge most of the time, and that sometimes his sitters went with it and were happy. Other times they were a little disappointed that they didn't get to wear their favorite dress.
Hirschler says Sargent, who considered Boston his American home, used his artistic license liberally and frequently.
Sargent was friends with this woman. She's Sarah Choate Sears. She was a Bostonian who lived on Arlington Street. She allowed Sargent to have artistic license, painting her in white on white, his favorite thing.
Why white?
He loved painting white on white. It's really hard to do well. And we know from Sarah Sears's clothes, which belonged to the MFA, that she wore lots of different bright colors as well as white.
Among the nearly 50 paintings are some of Sargent's most famous works, such as Madame X.
The painting was exhibited in public when people were able to say things about her based on the portrait that they might not have said to her face.
Though Sargent worked in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, his art continues to resonate.
It captures a point in history that I think we've moved from.
The way he paints the fabrics is quite remarkable.
What's your biggest takeaway?
The timelessness of fashioning an image.
And John Singer Sargent, I didn't know this, was the first artist in residence at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum nearby, of course. And the Gardner's having a partner exhibition.
Yeah, well, the museum has collected images of Gardner, including the Sargent image, the controversial one where she was wearing a dress that was considered too revealing for the time. And initially, after it was shown, it was taken out of public eye and brought back after her death.
Wonderful. Up next, time for tea.